It's an issue all growing cities face, how to deal with the homeless who can't be housed. In Maple Ridge, it's a concern that's gripping the community.
It's not a safe environment for any of this to be going on.
It's just going to go downhill. There's needles and stuff all over.
A petition getting hundreds of signatures, the public organizing a protest rally this Saturday.
The public is entitled to the opinion and they decide what happens in the community. And we elect our officials for a reason, right?
The anger over the lack of consultation by BC Housing overturning the Quality Inn into a 61-unit low-barrier shelter. The city's mayor says it's part of a larger shell game being played by the province.
There are challenges on our streets that we deal with daily, and we need the minister to actually be responsive and get to the table and have a conversation.
This is no shell game. This is us actually responding what the city asked us to do.
But Reid insists the city is being set up to fail, first by the province's broken promise to house the 40 people from this temporary shelter in 6 months, then being left with the controversial solution on where to put them next.
The location is a concern. It was a concern to this council when it was first brought forward.
And homelessness here in Maple Ridge is not decreasing. When there was a tent city here on Cliff Avenue, the city said there was about 60 people. Estimates of 100 were called inaccurate. When that camp was dispersed, 67 people were placed in housing. Another 14 were placed in a temporary shelter run by Rain City. That shelter seeing 72 people over the past 6 months. Of those people, 32 were once again placed in permanent or temporary shelter. Yet at the same time, the shelter remains at capacity with 40 people.
At the end of the day, this "if you build it, they will come" concern that abounds in many communities, it is real. Are we actually achieving what we're setting out to do?
Well, I wouldn't agree with that at all. I don't think any other municipality would agree with it either.
Residents hoping the rift between governments will at least give them an opportunity to be heard. John Hua, Global News.
And our John Daly is live in Vancouver at the site of another hotel converted to house the homeless. And John, there was a lot of protest about that one too.
Sophie, the howls of the nearby luxury condo owners have now faded. Of course, this homeless hotel behind me has been in operation for almost a year and a half, but there still are concerns. The Quality is long gone, but the inn at Falls Creek remains. Some 157 units leased by the City of Vancouver to house mainly the homeless since late September 2014. A number of the residents here came from the former Oppenheimer Park tent city, when the city shut that down with an injunction. Neighbors in the luxury buildings surrounding the homeless hotel protested loudly at meetings and on the street.
I don't want there to be more garbage. I don't want there to be more needles and condoms and crime and people urinating on the streets. And it happens. I've seen it.
Today, the back lane is mostly clean. Protests have died down, complaints dwindled, but some issues do remain.
I take these pills like crazy. I'm racking up all these tickets for public urination because I have to take these pills that make me clean my lungs so I can breathe. Yeah, diuretic. I have to take those. And I tell the police officer, go ahead, give me a ticket. I'll just go to the doctor, give it to the judge, see I have to do it.
When you got addicts, people who aren't addicts, people who are crazy, people who are not, people that have different issues, and you get them all together and you don't have anybody that knows how to control it. And then when people do try to step in, it just ends up in a big chaos.
While there are some issues, most are very happy living here.
They give you 2 meals a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you pay $375 a month. You got your own suite.
The staff is good, and there's always a few bad eggs, but they've been pretty good.
Well, John, that site is actually slated for development, so those people have to move out by November. Where will they go?
Well, they've received a letter today where they have to sign to say that they do accept the fact that they've got to be out of here. The building's coming down in November, and ironically, luxury condos are going up. they are going, some of the people are going to the Ramada Inn on Kingsway. Another gentleman told me he's going to the Biltmore. The letter that they received today says that they're getting help from the Carnegie Outreach Center. Other people are complaining that they haven't had any word yet back from BC Housing and they really need some accommodation. One gentleman's got a bad heart condition that we spoke with. Sophie?
All right, thanks for that, John Daly in downtown Vancouver for us tonight.